Pennsylvania is cracking down on AI data centers. Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro, who is considered a presidential hopeful, signed a new executive order putting major restrictions on data center development in his state. It requires developers to pay for their own energy costs, minimize pollution and water usage, and hire local workers. The order also requires developers to receive approval from local authorities first. Earlier this hour, Governor Shapiro was on CBS Mornings and discussed the possibility of businesses moving elsewhere because of his new restrictions.
We've seen too many developers who are trying to bulldoze our community with these speculative deals that are never going to come into reality, and they're wreaking havoc on our neighbors. I don't want them here in Pennsylvania.
Mehalik joins us now from Pittsburgh. He's the executive director of the Breathe Project. This is a collaborative working group trying to improve air quality in Southwestern Pennsylvania. It advocates for responsible data center development. Good morning, Matthew. So what's your biggest takeaway from the governor's EO? Does it do enough?
Yeah, thank you very much for highlighting this issue. This is action that has been needed. 3/4 of Pennsylvanians have now been polled to come out against data center development. That's because of the past couple of years. Things have been happening in our commonwealth that have gone against people's local interests. So it is a welcome development. It does put into place emphasis on local control. It gives people more information available about these developments that are happening. And it also raises the issue of lowering utility costs, or at least trying to control them, because that has spiraled out of control in our commonwealth.
Well, what about innovation and progress and the types of things that Silicon Valley says these data centers will provide? I mean, Governor Shapiro himself was supportive of them. What do you think may have inspired this about face?
Well, I don't think it's an about face. I think there's still opportunity for development. And, there is opportunity for innovation, but it needs to be done responsibly. It can't happen at the expense of people's land. There are examples of eminent domain coming in, destroying people's property. I was just at a meeting last night out in Shippingsport, Pennsylvania, hearing stories about people's land that's been destroyed to make way for gas pipelines to feed a data center that is 560 acres. That's 2/3 the size of Central Park. That's been bulldozed and changed drastically. These are not things that should be happening without local say-so. Our commonwealth provides for local control of land use. So this just puts power back in the hands of where it belongs, and the governor is supporting that, and that's a welcome thing.
I know that many residents who live near data centers have complained about noises and hums coming from them. I've seen some have been constructed to kind of be inconspicuous so they don't stand out. And you've spoken with people who have massive data center projects planned in their communities. What are they feeling? What impacts are they seeing? And how do they want to see it safely developed?
Yeah, well, it's the coming in and bulldozing and land takings and then destroying their property or wetlands or where their kids are trying to go to a bus stop. All of those things are being disrupted. And so that's where the power needs to shift back to local people. The governor's action here also has created a map where people can go and see which data centers are being proposed, what sort of power source they're going to have, and then mobilize people so that they can contact their local planning officials and get involved and raise their voice. And so that's where this can be helpful. If there's one thing that we wanted to see more of, and there's an opportunity to go further, it doesn't emphasize renewable power enough. A lot of these problems come from dependency on fossil fuels and the fracked gas that exists in our state. And we'd like to see more protections go towards that. That's where the governor can take the next step.
Well, Mehalik, we appreciate you bringing attention to this topic. We know our viewers feel strongly either way. Thanks for your time.